Hold on. Where I am now, better than before, through those open doors. Where I am now, where I am now, I get a special place. I'm telling all the words. Where I am now, took a long time to get to this place. Started out with a smile on my face. So life is pure as snow. There's sorrow, no. I heard this life is meant for me. It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, where I am now. I grew up beginning to see. And if you'd like to see us live in WGPL 1350 studio, WMVA 88.9 studio, all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton Facebook page, and guess what? You can see us live right here in the studio. And if you want to hear us all over the zone, all you have to do is go to 1400.com, 1350.com, click and listen live. And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning. This is a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
What you could you, will you be, my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors, our WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
Peace, 95.3 FM, WPCE 1400 AM, and WMVA 88.9 FM.
Facebook Live is on and popping. Let's also welcome Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. We'll shout you out later on in the show.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Like, share, comment, subscribe. Take yourself over there to YouTube at Cristo Records 1, CRISTO Records 1. Subscribe to our channel. We promise we'll shout you out.
You promise?
I'm going to tell you right now, if you go right now to that channel, and if you follow us on social media, we're going to shout you out right away.
That's right. We'll shout out.
All right, Mr. Eve, how was your weekend?
Well, just before we get started, I want to wish my oldest sister.
Oldest sister.
Yeah, she's my baby. She's the
Is she older than you, Mr. Eve?
No, she's not older.
All right, then.
My youngest sister.
One of your youngest sisters.
Yeah, one of my youngest sisters. Well, she's supposed to be the mama of the group. You know how they go. You always got one that would always want to take over and be in charge of everybody. So I want to wish my sister, Melva, Elizabeth, Connie, Antonio, Everett.
Nobody got an Antonio.
That's her name.
Chi-Chi.
Chi-Chi is Chi-Chi's birthday. And we
you got to give me that name again.
Her name is Melva Elizabeth Connie Antonio Everett.
Where did Antonio come from?
My daddy put all that on her.
Yeah, that ain't nothing but cute. Oh my goodness. Happy birthday, Chi-Chi. We hope you're going to have a wonderful, wonderful day. I can't imagine her writing all that on her paper in school, Mr. E.
It was something else because we used to call her Connie.
All right. That's
Connie.
Cool.
Didn't I call her Anthony?
I can't get over that.
She fight like a dude, though.
I believe it.
Yeah, she roughneck now. I mean, she's a tough cookie, though.
Oh, look, it must be in the bloodstream, Miss E.
I mean, she's a tough cookie. That girl don't play. And for many years, I'm going to tell a little secret about it. If you ever run up against her, just don't let her pull out that rusty knife.
That's cold. That's shade.
She got a rusty knife that she's been handing in her pocket for many years.
Well, good morning, all you all out there, all you all that have birthdays this month. Mark Howard, thank you for joining us. Mr. E, do we have anybody to shout out on our Instagram or other platforms? Let me know now. Plus, we want to mention this is National Women's Week.
That's right.
And this month, and we're going to be celebrating this month with a lot of wonderful, wonderful information and guests from our ladies.
I want to say good morning to IFA Sharina and also YM 8548. Good morning. Thank you for joining us on Instagram.
On Instagram. Yeah. Thank you all. So, yes, Mr. You had a great weekend. Got a chance to get out, do a few things. Just a lot of things. Wonderful things that went on the weekend. My grandson, of course, was with me, and we just had a good time.
Wonderful.
So, today, Mr. E, is our Monday Sports Talk. And what a weekend, honey. The NBA basketball, our professional guys, we've had some great games. We're going to highlight some of the winners and the losers in a minute. But we want to celebrate somebody. And Mr. E, I'm going to watch him this morning because, he has a habit of talking about this young man kind of in a fuzzy way. So hopefully he'll give him his props.
Miss Hinton, I began to look at what they was talking about this fella, basketball hero.
Yes, what's his name?
Basketball hero, overrated LeBron James.
Mr. E, I disagree with that.
Basketball hero, overrated LeBron James is the NBA
I'm not gonna let
all-time top scorer.
Okay, let me finish it because Mr. E's not gonna do this justice. Basketball hero LeBron James is the NBA's all-time top scorer, but he isn't finished yet. The American became the first player to pass the 40,000 regular season points mark on the 2nd of March, 2023, taking his total tally beyond 48,000 career points total between the regular season and the playoffs.
That's right.
Mr. E, you can't throw shade on that.
Ms. Hinton, when you look at how, and this is what I look at. He's a hero.
Yes,
per
he is.
se.
No,
He's a hero.
Mr. E, you don't get to those numbers being a per se hero.
He's a hero. But here's the thing. When is the team players going to get in there?
Okay, we're going to talk about the team player in a minute.
So let me get the
man. Listen, Mr. E, that's where you can throw shade at when we get ready to talk about the Lakers. In the meantime,
let's go on.
This season has also seen him become the first man to lift the NBA Cup after his Los Angeles Lakers defeated the Indiana Pacers 123-109 in the final of the NBA in-season tournament on Saturday, 9 December 2023. It goes on and on, but I'm trying to tell you, Mr. E, this man is an athlete. He's a hero to a lot of folk. He's a great ball player, and you can't take that away from him.
Well, I'm not going to take any of his thunder away from him.
Thank you.
My hat's off to LeBron James. I want to say congratulations for you outscoring an individual, outscoring points that you did to make your record an individual breaking history record.
But Mr. E, he didn't make that record without bringing the team. They've won a lot of games. Yeah. They've won a lot of games as a result of having some of the best, and he is one of the best in the league. Let's give him his props.
He's a 3-time Team USA Olympic and a 2-time gold medal winner. LeBron James has since continued to extend his record. He moved on to 38,652 regular season points at the conclusion of 2022 and 23 seasons. but suppressed the 39,000 mark earlier in 2023 and 2024 campaign. He progressed beyond 40,000 on the 2nd of March in defeat to the range championship Denver Nuggets.
But Mr. E, you got to read that part again where it says he isn't finished yet. This brother is going all the way with the numbers.
That's individual. What happened to the team that you're playing with?
Okay, well, we're going to talk about that because we had a great weekend. We had some winners and we had some upsets.
That's right. We had some great winners and we had some upsets. And, we had a whole lot of great things going on. I want to say good morning to Mr. Mark Howard, Mr. Ronnie Jonah II. I want to say also good morning to Ms. Sheila Robinson. Thank you so much for tuning in. YM8548, thank you so much for joining us. As we turn to football, we find that the NBA basketball, we find that the NBA all-time scorers list, the top 10 in the regular season. Number 1, LeBron James, 40,000. Number 1, LeBron James, 40,000, 17 total points. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 38,387. Karl Malone, 36,928. Kobe Bryant, 33,643. Michael Jordan, 32,292 points. Derek Nowitzki, 31,560. Wilt Chamberlain, 31,419. Shaquille O'Neal, 28,596. Kevin Durant, 28,372. And Carmelo Anthony, 28,289 points.
NBA all-time scoring list, the top 10, and the one on the top, the very top, is LeBron James. That is amazing. And you have to
give him
a clap, 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 because he's on the top.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let's take 30 seconds and give him a great big round of applause. Yeah, right there in your car. Here's the way you do it.
He can throw all the shade he wants. You can't take that away from this brother. This is a great guy and a great player. But like Mr. E's he's trying to insert the game on this Sunday. Last Sunday.
Well, let's look at the games. Now, this is starting on Friday.
Yes.
From Friday all the way until yesterday, Sunday. The Pacers lost to the Pelicans. Yes. That's on Friday, 129 to 102. And then the Wizards lost to the Clippers, 140 to 115. The Milwaukee Bucks beat the Chicago Bulls, 113 to 97. And then on Saturday, March the 2nd, you had the New York, the Brooklyn Nets played against the Atlanta Hawks. They lost. The Atlanta Hawks lost 114 to 102. The Utah Jazz lost to the Miami Heat, 126 to 120. The Grizzlies lost to the Portland Trail Blazers, 107 to 100. The Nuggets beat the Lakers with a man's score.
You wanted to get to that, didn't you?
I couldn't wait to get to that one where they scored so many points, 40,000 points, lost to the Denver Nuggets, 124 to 113. The Rockets, they lost 118 to 1 over the Phoenix Suns, 118 to 107. Then on Sunday, the 76ers beat the Mavericks, 120 to 116, and the Clippers beat the Timberwolves by 1.89 to 88. Then to drop
this right here, that you got to pause on this one to talk about this.
This is to drop the water in the bucket.
I'm gonna say it. Let me say it. The Warriors against Celtics, Boston Celtics.
The Warriors
140 to 88.
140 to 88.
Listen, I watched that game. That was pitiful.
Davon Green go back to fight. I got to get y'all is not gonna win unless Davon Green started beating up on everybody.
Okay, Mr. E, what happened in this game? I watched it, but you tell us.
Here's what happened in that game. Stephon Curry. Curry. I call him Stephon. Kerry, he got to shooting the ball out there, and he missed. I mean, missed 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and
Well, how
9.
much did he play?
Three throws in a row.
You know what I'm thinking though about Stephen Curry. You know, Stephen, we love you. My grandson loves you, but I sit there and watch Stephen Curry, and he seems like he's too laid back.
Well, because
I mean, what I'm saying is, I see him right now, and he's actually sitting back when he, on his little off time, and he's like, okay, yeah. But I think the energy is not necessarily there for the Warriors. Something is wrong.
Well, you got to put that bad boy. What you gonna
They
do?
used to
You
have
gotta
it.
put
Now
him
you
out
can't
there.
lose. I mean, they have just their game was just Mr. E.
I mean, 140 over the Boston Celtics came out to play. They came out to play 140 over 88. I was fit to be tied because there's two teams that I'll be following in basketball since I do
that's
not
what
have.
You said. That's right.
I do not have a basketball team. That's the New Orleans Pelicans and the Golden State Warriors. I even started Saturday to buy me a Golden State Warrior hat.
I don't
but
know.
I'm so glad that I didn't.
Mr. E, what's happening to the Warriors? Are they too laid back? Are they not hungry enough? At one time, people want guys that want to get into the NBA. They really hungry for it. They want it. They're gonna play hard. The energy is there. It seemed like the energy was not there. The other team was absolutely fabulous.
I want to say good morning, Miss Ann Myers. Thank you so much for tuning in. Well, Miss Hinton, when I begin to look at the game on yesterday, I saw that they are out of rhythm. Their rhythm is off. They're not playing a great rhythm game. I think they need to go back to the bad boy syndrome. I think that Davon done got enough fines on him and enough money taken
he
out of
seemed
him.
A little mild-mannered.
That's right, because you started taking a man's money, a man started quieting himself down. And it took away the bad boy image from the Warriors. The Warriors used to play a bad boy with Davon Green in the middle. Now, when you look at the Boston Celtics last night, they just walked right up in the bucket. They just nobody was there in the bucket to stop them from scoring. I mean, it wasn't ridiculous. A three-point. What you call came out there, Brown. Brown came out there and see. Davon was playing against him. Brown said from the beginning, he got the right man guarding him now because Brown is a bad boy, just like Davon is a bad boy. Brown said if he want to nut, we'll nut. If he want to throw down, we'll throw down. He said, but this is what I prefer to happen, that I take him on the basketball court and shoot his lights out.
If anybody want to call in, Mr. E, what's the number?
The telephone number
about the Warriors and this, the other team, the Boston Celtics.
The telephone number to dial is 757-624-9475. If you want to dialogue with us about these games on yesterday, let us know what you think about the Lakers and also the Golden State Warriors. And let us know, if you want to say congratulations to LeBron James, you can. But what do you think about the team ball? Ms. Center, we did stats. We did a game evaluation on all the games one time before. We found out that they played 56 games so far when we did the evaluation. And we found out that during the evaluation, instead of the Lakers and the Warriors being top of the line, we found out they could easily be out of the tournament this year. I mean, they can go bye-bye. But what happens to LeBron James scoring 40,000 points and not playing team ball?
Look, he's going to get his points.
He done got his points because he was out there trying to break records. He was out there breaking Kareem. It's not an individual.
True.
It's a unit. It's a together game when you're playing basketball. No man is an island, and no man stands alone when you're playing basketball.
Well, Mr. E, you can't stop him if he's there, willing and able to get his points, go for it. The rest of the team, if they're slowful or tired or laid back, why should he stop playing?
What they do. They gave the leadership to him. Let him control the leadership. Now, when it comes to the playoff, I believe this is what I believe. I believe because they lost so many games, it doesn't phase them to be in the playoff. 624-9475. That's a telephone number to dial. If you want to dialogue with us, you want to voice your opinion. What are you thinking about the league this year? What do you think about how the players are playing? What do you think about Davon Green, the Golden State Warriors? How do you feel about how the game is being played this year? 757-624-9475. I know there's some basketball players out there, but I guarantee you it was the Dallas Cowboys who lost like that. The phone will be lit up like never before. 624-9475. The lines are available, and you can call in now.
So, Mr. E, let's find out the season for both of those teams, the Warriors, the Celtics, and let's do the Lakers as well. Let's find out what they've been doing the whole time. Now let's put this out here. Mr. E, the Lakers weren't doing good last season.
That's right.
How about that?
That's right.
So is it a surprise? Magic Johnson had him last season, and he went and jumped somewhere else. He went to football.
He went to football.
He went to football.
Miss Hinton, when you look at the standards, let's look at the standards for the Eastern and the Western Conference. When we look at the standards for the Eastern and Western Conference, you want to go to the Lakers and the let's go to the Lakers.
Yeah, let's see what they're doing.
Let's go to the Lakers and the
Warriors.
Warriors. Now the Lakers and the Warriors right now they played about 60 games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 60 games. They're going to put about 62, 63 games. And they're number 10. They won 33 games and lost 29.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Now, when we look at the Warriors, they played about the same amount of games. The Warriors won 32 games and lost 28 games.
They're about the same.
So they're neck and neck. But the reason why they're 9 and 10 in the standards, in the Eastern standards. But here's the thing that's at the top of the game. When you look at the Western Conference, the Lakers supposed to be way up there.
Okay.
Miss Ann Scenario, good morning to you. The Lakers should be way up there. But guess who's number one in the Western Conference?
Who?
The number one team in the Western Conference is the Thunders.
Really?
That's right, is the Thunders. They're the number one. They won 42 games and lost 18. Followed behind them is the Timberwolves with 42 and 19. And then the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets 42 games and 19. And after that is the Clippers 39 and 20. The Pelicans. The Pelicans are up there in the runnings. They won 36 games out of 20, and lost 25. And then you got the Kings who won 34 games, and the Suns who won 35, and then the Mavericks, they won 34, and then you drop down to 32 and 32 to 9 and 10. That's the Warriors and the Lakers.
All right. Well, I tell you what, Ms. Lee, give us some more numbers for this weekend.
Well, and when you look at this weekend game, I mean, you'll find out. Let's find out what's going on. When you find out the Pelicans on Saturday, let's go back to Saturday. We find that the Detroit Pistons, they lost to the Magic 113 to 91. And then when we look around some more, and that's all of the games that played on yesterday.
Wow, a lot of games, a lot of upsets. I think for me, that game with the Warriors was like, by the time that was finished, I'm like, can I look at any more basketball? But I went and continued to look at it. But to me, it is kind of upsetting to see teams that, are good and have been favorites and have gone to the top to seem like they're more laid back. So I kind of asked people, Mr. E, how do they feel about basketball? And a lot of them are saying some of the same thing. They feel as though, that the guys, they get paid and they kind of like, hey, whatever, I'm going to bring what I bring when I bring it, if I bring it. And that's going to be it. The drive, I wonder if the drive is still there. Yes, the money is there, but the passion that most guys have coming up to play ball,
Yeah.
And they finally get there, is that enough? How do they stay, motivated? Like you say, how do they become team players? Do you think, Mr. E, that teams are playing as team, or is it a one-man show?
It's a one-man show. Cheerio.
How do you win games?
How
do you win games and it's a one-man show?
Miss Hinton, you will never, ever win games when you are a one-man basketball show. You'll never do it. You'll never be able to win a basketball game when you got one man that's taking, and right now they done played 60 so many games. You got one man that took the whole team on his shoulder like he don't get tired. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. But here's the thing that you got to understand is that when you got one man that you put the whole ball game on their shoulders and they ain't got, and nobody is helping.
Well, where's leadership?
Well, that's the leadership.
No, where is leadership? Where are the coaches? Where are the managers? Where are the owners? Just like Magic Johnson, he walked away from the Lakers. I guess he was just fed up with losing.
I want to say good morning to my auntie, Miss Virginia Marie Sawyer. She said, good morning. Those that carry the game can't do it alone.
And that is the truth. Yeah. But like I said, where is the leadership? Where are the managers? Where are the coaches? Why has the game changed? Why? What is the
money?
I would be curious to know how people feel about, if it's a money thing. Is it political? Who is running the show? You said those guys that are out there, trying to get their numbers are the ones that's calling the shots.
That's right. When you look at LeBron James, who's out there playing hard, where is Anthony Davis at? You got two giant of a man that's out there playing basketball. When they playing basketball, AD and also LeBron James could take over the middle. Both of them are good at behind the bucket. Both of them are good. You don't take AD and you take LeBron James and get half court and shoot 3-pointers. What happened to them coming in the bucket? When you take somebody like Steph Curry, who's a point guard that's trying to get in the middle of the bucket. When he's trying to get under the basket, all he's supposed to see is giants. Them are the ones that's supposed to be shooting the 3-pointers outside. The guards are the one, but no, the buckets are left open. And for the guards to guard the bucket, and the big guys are out there shooting 3 and 15-footers and shooting 3-pointers, and nobody is guarding. That's why the Cats scores are so high, because they running and gunning. Well,
Mr. E, somebody told me that on one of the teams, they had those that they had just hired up in there, those are second class. They're not the best of the best, the ones that are the regulars, but those that come in and are hired for for the game, the extras. A whole team full of extras. Now, could that be a problem?
That could be a problem, because guess what? I think the real problem is, Miss Hinton, you got too many showboaters out there. You got too many folks that's out there trying to. It's their team. The Lakers belongs to LeBron James.
Oh.
The Golden State Warriors belongs to Steph Curry. When you see these big namers, Kevin Durant wish he had a team, and James Harden, and he wish he had a team. Now the Phoenix Suns, and when you look at the Suns, if I'm not mistaken, the Phoenix Suns and Westbrook and Kevin Durant are on the same team. Now that's a dynamite, but Westbrook is so fast. When he running that fast break, he'll run right past the basket.
Wow. Well, I tell you what, we got to continue to check on these games. Mr. E, where are we? Are we getting close to playoffs or what? What's going on in the NBA? Are we getting?
Yeah, we're getting real close to the playoff. So I guess a lot of those big leaders, we have that on Monday. Sports talk again, the playoff battle. Who's playing off? Who's going to do what?
All right, then I tell you what, you all come over here for a few minutes. We're going to talk about our After Dark show at 6 p.m. Come and join us and some other information from FYI. Be blessed. Have a wonderful day.
Just before we go, Miss Hinton, go ahead and mention that new music.
You all, I want to say thank you to you all that are supporting my new single, Make It All Right. Make sure you get it. All the links are up on the social media platforms, and just make it all right. Thank you so much.
For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. Don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10 on WPCE 1400, WGPL 1350, Peace 95.3, WMVA 88.9, and on all social media platforms. Don't forget to have a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful day. Don't forget to put your rain gear on because the weatherman says it's going to rain this evening. Bye now.
Started out with a smile on my face.
Yeah, starting at 12 noon, the rain is supposed to come pretty heavy here in the Hampton Roads area. I want to say good morning to Miss Annie Solario. Happy birthday to you. All you all that are on Virginia Sawyer, good morning. Ronnie Joyner, good morning. Sheila Robbins, love, how are you? Mark Howard. We've got so many folk on here. Let's look at Instagram. IFA _ SHIMA underscore. We got underscore Pastor One. We got YEM. I think it's 18548, or it may not be a one there. It may be an I. We have, let's see, what's that other? BRICE, Bryce Henderson _ I believe that's 90. And you all join us. Thank you for joining us on Instagram. Oh, wow. The weekend was fire. Let me say this, Miss Lee, I do enjoy basketball. I enjoy the NBA. I think, now this is just my opinion, Miss Lee, I think that basketball is less stressful than football. I'm thinking that's what's going on, because I can look at 3 games. That's usually my limit, but it's easy going. It's not like like what you call it. Sometimes I get kind of like, because of the stress. You all have teams. We're surrounded by folk, that have teams, and so it's always like that high intensity, that tension that you can feel as a result of people rooting for their teams and as the players play.
Ms. Hinton, and you're right that basketball is less stressful and it's not as physical. It's physical, but not as physical as football. When you see teams who are supposed to be out there playing together and they done lost their unity, the people are pushing them around the city, pushing them around town. There's a problem that we must understand. You look at it. It's an individual team.
Well, Miss E, do you think we're seeing it from the right perspective? Is that really what's happening? Do you really think that it's not a team effort anymore?
I really think it's not a team effort, because the thing about it is those great teams. Listen to what I'm saying, Ms. Hinton. There are so many basketball clubs who have picked up a lot of players. They pay them a lot of money, and so that the players that pay a lot of money, those players go out there and play the game.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got other teammates out there that wants to get paid just as well as the leader does, but so somehow or another the lead has to really pull it together where they have a winning season, not just breaking numbers. When you look at all the points that LeBron James has scored this year, so far 40,000 points. When you look at the 40,000 points that he scored, you would think that they would be number one in the ball game, in the standards and the stats. But you found out that they're number 30 something, number 10, almost at the bottom. They'll make it in by the skin of their teeth.
Mr. E, let's visit uh this what we talked about a little bit earlier. Do you think that management, coaches, all that have anything to do with how the game is being played, even politics, money? What is it that's changing the flavor where people are saying, they're not going as hard. It is a one man show. Let's look at the fact that leadership plays a part in all this.
Well, yes, leadership, owners, they play a lot of part. They play a big role in these ball games. When we look at Magic Johnson, who was the leader of the Lakers, and when he came down, because last year, you remember
And why
year,
did he?
because they was not playing ball like they supposed to play ball. He was looking for a winning ball game. He was looking for a winning ball
But you
club.
gotta nurture sometimes.
Well, see, the standards of your team. When you look at your team, you hire the best. When you hire the best, that means that you're supposed to win because you got the best players, not just name players out there, not just individuality. When you look at the Michael Jordan and the Dr. J. When you look at Magic Johnson, Dr. J, Larry Bird, Parrish, when you look at Clyde Drexler, these are some of the old heads, Shaquille O'Neal. When you look at all those players, Patrick Ewing, and when you look at all those players that's out there playing the game, you'll find it was a team game because they want to win the tournament. They want to go back and get the NBA gold.
Mr. E, I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to breathe. Do you think that Magic Johnson jumped out the frying pan into the fire?
Well, I think that Magic Johnson just
I'm not throwing no shade, Mark Howard. I just want to know, Mr. E, answer the question. Take a deep breath. Now why did he leave? I don't think he should have left the Lakers. I really don't think. I think he should have stayed there, nurtured the Lakers, and just give it a few years anyway.
Miss Hinton, when you look at the numbers, when you started looking at your investments, when you started looking at the players or the people that you have on board, I'm taking a deep breath. When you started looking at Magic Johnson going down there and talking to the team, and the team that you're talking to got just as much money as you got. So it's hard for you to have rule over them that's playing with you.
Okay,
because some of them can buy the team or pay for the team and got more money. You take LeBron James, and he got almost more money as Magic Johnson.
He has $2 billion. He's worth $2 billion.
Yeah. You look at LeBron James, he got just as much money as LeBron James is. And so how can Magic go and tell somebody that's got the same amount of cheese as he got? I can walk away.
Jump out of the
and then he got 4 or 5 rings. Now, here's what I thought that Magic Johnson did. He saw his investment. He saw that his money wasn't going anywhere, so he needed to change ships and invested on a football team. He saw what Rock was doing. Ron Johnson.
Yes.
And they talk, he's invested in football also. So Magic Johnson saw a way to invest in a football team, especially the Commanders. Well, folks in D.C. love the Commanders. They'll buy their garments regardless whether they lose or win. They right there with the Commanders.
But they have to be nurtured as well. You come over here to the Commanders and you still got to put the effort into making sure that this team, because this team is almost like a new team, new name. It's just like a new beginning. And so, you can't expect to come over here and just sit back and like, okay, I'm just going to see what they do. Yeah, you remember now when the Lakers, remember last season when the Lakers was towed up from the floor?
Down.
He came
That's
down.
right. That's right.
But it was too late. So I'm just saying this. I feel like that they need to be nurtured. These teams, even though you have these fabulous
to go back.
Uh-huh.
They got to go back, Miss Hinton, to basketball basics.
Okay.
They got to go back to what basketball and how they got there. No man is an island. No man can stand alone. You got to have some helpers out there to feed you the ball. Now it looks kind of crazy. Now you answer this question for me. Take a deep breath and answer this question. Mm-hmm. Doesn't it look kind of crazy for one man to score 40,000 points in a football game, in a basketball game, and the team loses?
Well, I get it. I mean, he's just good like that, or they have allowed him. Listen to this. They have allowed him to be on top. You know, he's the best. Get it? You know, we allow him. You know the favor. Those that favor are favorites. You know, they do get, the benefits. Let's just tell it like it is. They do get the benefits. So maybe, he got the benefits because, he's the big time player, the score he really is. And so he has to say, he's like you said, twice-time billionaire. What can you do with him?
But how
you allow him to have his way?
How can your team that you want to be in the runners and in the standards have the name that everybody has in their cupboards, the Lakers?
But you know what? I think that's what it is, Mr. E. We go by the names. When I hear the Lakers, the Celtics, and all these teams, that have come up through the ages and the days, times, we go by the reputation of their history.
Yeah.
And so it could be the worst of the worst, but because they have that brand, is such a great brand, we kind of like flow with it. It's like the Lakers, the Lakers. Well, the Lakers may not be doing squat, but the Lakers,
the name.
Right, but anyway, listen, you all, don't forget to join us this evening at 6:00 p.m. FYI After Dark. We're going to talk about the new single, Make It All Right, and we're going to give you some upcoming information. We got some upcoming shows, special guests that are going to be on. We're going to celebrate Women's History Month this month, highlight ladies and women that have done great things and have really made their impact in this world. We're going to have on Wednesday, Mr. Ricky Hobbs on What's Under the Hat, Issues Concerning Men. On March the 22nd, we're going to have Jaleisha Brown. She's from Geneva House, Inc. She's going to talk about women and homelessness. So we want you all to join us then on the 22nd. But Mr. E, we have a Red Cross representative that's going to be with us as well. Is that right?
That's right. We have a Red Cross representative that's going to be with us. And I believe that everybody needs to practice Red Cross. I believe that everybody needs some type of training for them to practice Red Cross.
Yes,
we have somebody by the name of Jessica Morning.
Yes,
will be our special guest on this Friday, on the 8th. Mm-hmm. They will be our special guest this Friday, and talking about CPR.
Absolutely.
What is the purpose of CPR? Why should we have CPR? And I believe that everybody should learn CPR, because in CPR, they'll teach you how to recognize heart attack victims, how to recognize teach you how to do a burn victim, and how do you put a tourniquet on a wound. They'll teach you these things that you see somebody in desperate need. It ain't got to be nobody in the street. It can be somebody in your own home that you might have to give 2 breaths and 30 compressors, that you might have to breathe and save the life, and to know what it takes for choking victims, what I should do. do if a person is choking? Should I just do that? How folk go behind? Yeah, that's a part of it. For a baby, what do I do? Do I sweep in her mouth to make sure that nothing has been enlarged in her mouth and turn her over so I can get this out of me? How do I use my AED? Because these are the things that we need to know.
Absolutely. So we're going to be talking about these things, have special guests. If you all have any suggestions, make sure you put it in our chat or inbox us. Miss E's going to give you the email address in a minute. But don't forget Yolanda Hinton's new single, Make It All Right. The links are already up there on social media. Go right there to your social media page, my page, Yolanda Hinton, and FYI's page, and see the link. And you can get Make It All Right on Amazon, on iTunes, wherever music is sold. Also, BulvicAcademy.com. Visit www.bulvicacademy.com, BULVIC Academy.com. Check out the information about bullying there. Check out the books. Check out the game. Check out everything that's up there that's going to be helpful to you, your family, your schools, et cetera, et cetera. You can be a special guest or intern with FYI or a sponsor. And Mr. E has that information.
If you'd like to be a special guest, intern, or sponsor in the most talked about radio show in the world, all you have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861. Again, that telephone number is 757-714-7861. Or you can email us at FYIRadioshow@gmail.com. Again, that's FYIRadioshow@gmail.com. Or you can inbox it, whatever's on Facebook, Miss Yolanda the Hinton on Facebook, and FYI Facebook page, and let us know that you'd like to be a special guest or a sponsor of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. If you'd like to be in our audience, that's right. If you want to be in our audience, all you got to do is inbox us and give us your email, and we'll be more than happy to send you a text, email to let you know that when we're going to pull you in. You don't have to say anything. All you got to do is sit there and show your face and let everybody know that you are an audience of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world.
All right. Thank you for joining us. Thank you all for buying the music, for supporting the music, for sharing the links. Thank you all. Continue to share. We really want this music to go viral. I'm just excited and thankful for you all, for your support, for the music, for my books, for this show. You all are definitely a blessing. We'll see you all this evening at 6:00 p.m. on FYI After Dark.
Until Wednesday. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Don't forget to go out there and get out there and vote. That's right. Don't forget to go vote.
That's right.
That's tomorrow.
Oh my goodness, yes, we had to mention that. Sorry about that, Mr. Lee. But we'll see you all soon. See you tonight, actually. God bless you.
2 down.
Bye-bye.
Peace.